Last week we went over some time-saving tips for T1, the swim to bike transition. Today we're going to talk about the bike to run transition. It never fails when we come back from the bike in a triathlon. We're always a little bit disoriented. First we have to try to find where our stuff is, then we need to make sure that we have everything to go on our run. So I'm going to talk about some tips today that will help get you from the bike to run a lot quicker. First, you're going to take your feet out of your pedals before you reach the dismount line. It's a lot easier to run barefoot than with your cleats on, and this will save you the time of taking your shoes off in the transition area. So what you can do is you can pull your feet out of your shoes, ride with your feet on top of the shoes, and then you can do a quick cyclocross dismount or just stop if you need to and keep running and find your spot in transition. Now once you find your spot in transition, you don't have to rack your bike very pretty. You just want to make sure that it's in your designated spot. Once your bike is racked, then you can take your helmet off. Some people like to leave your helmet on for the run. It'll make you a little easier to find in your race photos, but it's probably easiest if you take your helmet off after you finish your bike. Now once your helmet's off, your bike is racked, you need to put your shoes on. If you've got socks, you're going to have them nicely rolled up so they slide onto your feet quickly, and just put on one at a time. And then for your shoes, I recommend elastic laces. That way you don't need to mess with tying any shoelaces. You just slip your running shoes right on your feet and you're ready to go. Now as far as having your race number with you and also a hat, and maybe if you have any gels, anything else you need to take with you on your run, those things you can do while you're running. So once your shoes are on, grab all your other stuff and then head out towards the run out so you can head to that finish line quicker. If you need to grab a sip of water or something, I recommend using the aid station that the race will typically have at the exit of the transition. Most races will have water or Gatorade for you, so don't bother with it in transition if you know it's going to be there when you exit transition area. My final tip is that in order for you to get an efficient transition is you need to practice. Again, it's like another sport. The more you practice, the better you'll get at it and the easier it will become. And so race day, it'll be a piece of cake. You'll have everything you need and you'll be ready to go. In fact, you can practice this bike to run transition every time you ride. Just set up a transition area, and when you come back from your ride, throw your shoes on, and you don't even need to run, you just need to take a couple steps, and there you go, you've just practiced T2. If you have any questions about these tips, please visit my website, neoendurancesports.com, and click on the Contact Us tab.